Welcome to Eye on New Paltz. I'm Josina Campbell.
And I'm Katie Bompancero. Here are today's top stories.
In international news. On Wednesday, a top Iraqi diplomat told world leaders that ISIS is harvesting the organs of its victims to fund its murderous operations. The vicious group already has a list that includes mass beheadings, burning people alive, crucifying children, and throwing people off of buildings. The shocking new claim was presented by the Iraqi ambassador Mohammed al-Khalim to the United Nations, who said bodies have turned up in mass graves bearing surgical incisions and missing organs such as kidneys. The claim followed an unconfirmed report late Tuesday that as many as 45 people captured by the Islamic State in the Anbar province town of al-Baghdadi had been rounded up and burned alive. "We have bodies," al-Khalim told his international counterparts. "Come and examine them. It is clear they are missing certain parts."
In national news, President Barack Obama has chosen the former chief of his personal security detail to head the embattled agency, disregarding a government's panel's recommendation to appoint an outsider as the next Secret Service director. Obama plans to name Joseph Clancy to the post 4 months after Clancy assumed the role of interim director amid a shakeup in Secret Service ranks. CNN states that the pick will put a trusted hand at the top of the agency as it navigates the aftermath of a series of embarrassing incidents, including a breach last fall where an intruder made it all the way inside the White House doors.
Carnegie Mellon University is known to have one of the top computer science schools in this country. However, on Monday, the school's admissions office mistakenly sent out acceptance emails to 800 rejected applicants for the university's master's program in computer science. The email read, "Congratulations on your acceptance into the Master of Science program in computer science at Carnegie Mellon. You are one of the select few, less than 9% of the more than 1,200 applicants. Welcome to Carnegie Mellon." Hours later, the miscommunication was put to an end with another email saying the acceptance letters were sent by mistake. Carnegie Mellon issued a statement apologizing for the fiasco.
In local news, recently SUNY New Paltz student Zach Horowitz was hired by social media app Yik Yak to promote their new anti-bullying campaign. The anonymous app has taken a new stance on anti-bullying to prevent potential cyberbullying on the app. Yik Yak does not want their site to fall in the same grouping as other sites that use anonymity. Eye on New Paltz had a chance to speak with Horowitz on Yik Yak's new position and what his job entails.
Hello, I'm Rosalba Correa. Today I'm talking to Zach Horowitz, a SUNY New Paltz student who was hired by Yik Yak to help stop anonymous bullying on the app. Last fall, Yik Yak was proposed the idea and is now starting to put the campaign into effect.
Well, Yik Yak knows what their target market is. They know who's using apps, who's up to date on new apps, who's using social media, and they know it's college students. They're not targeting high school age students because a big problem with sites that use anonymous messaging can be bullying. And they know that it's more prone to bullying in high schools and middle schools than it is on college campuses. Most people don't know this, but Yik Yak has certain algorithms set up to delete any content that's put up that either has someone's name put in it, because that is only on a bad road to more bullying, and any posts that have trigger words in it, like kill or like gun or words like that are just not okay. Those get deleted probably within 10 minutes. I've just seen people being more positive, more helpful towards each other, and it just makes me feel good because I really love this app and I love that people are using it in the right way.
Here at the Atrium, I'm Rosalba Correa.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
The New Paltz Recycling Club is currently holding the 7th annual Recycle Mania competition. All the residence halls are competing against each other to achieve the highest diversion rate. The residence hall that diverts the greatest percentage of material from the landfill through recycling and composting will wield $250 and a hall part. The diversion rates will be calculated using actual recycling and landfill data collected by residence halls. The competition lasts from February 8th to March 28th. You can follow the Recycling Club Facebook page for the latest information on the competition or email newpaltzrecycles@gmail.com.
On Wednesday, SUNY New Paltz professor Howard Good conducted an evening of poetry in the Honor Center alongside veteran poet and publisher Donald Lett. Howard Good is the author of several poetry collections, including his most recent work, The Complete Absence of Twilight, from Mad Hat Press and Fugitive Pieces from Right Hand Pointing Press. Ion New Paltz had the chance to attend the event and receive student reaction.
There's been a lot of buzz around this upcoming poetry event, and so I thought that I'd come and give it a listen.
A photographer, a black drape over his head, is about to snap a picture of a skinny guy hoisting himself up onto a cross.
It's always nice to listen to the works of professors in the varying departments, and since I'm also in a journalism course, I'm happy to have listened to some of the work.
I've been writing since I was a teenager, and in fact I went into journalism in order to have a job where I wrote, not a job where I had to come home after work and write. When I'm not teaching, I basically am writing. It means that I have priorities, and they're few. They're doing my job well, caring about my students, preparing my classes, so that they'll benefit from them.
Hard times in Minneapolis or Seattle is probably just clinical depression.
Poem is something that are connected very much to who we are and how we live, and that it's accessible to anybody.
You can find the packages for these stories at WNPC-TV.org.
Hi, I'm Brett Linehan, and this is your sports and entertainment news. This past Sunday, NBC brought in huge ratings with the Saturday Night Live 40th anniversary special, beating out powerhouses like The Walking Dead. SNL 40 featured massive amounts of guest stars, including Steve Martin, Sarah Palin, Martin Short, Justin Timberlake, Taylor Swift, with musical performances by Kanye West, Paul McCartney, and Paul Simon, as well as many more. The 3-hour special covered famous sketches and characters from the show's 40 years on air, with many performers bringing back popular sketches such as Wayne's World, The Bass-O-Matic, and The Californians. An estimated 9.1 million viewers tuned in for the historic event. Now here's Naya Bonilla with sports.
Freshman outside hitter of the New Paltz men's volleyball team, Anthony Bonilla, has been named the United Volleyball Conference Rookie of the Week. Bonilla helped lead the Hawks to a 3-0 week, earning wins over Ramapo, number 12 seed MIT, and PSU Barrand. Overall, Bonilla tallied 34 kills behind a .362 hitting percentage. He was also named the Corvius Eastern College Athletic Conference North Rookie of the Week. This is the second time this season that Bonilla has earned this honor. New Paltz is sitting at 6-1 and traveled to league foe and number 1 seed Stevens University on Wednesday, February 18th.
Silencing any rumors of a possible John Oliver return to Comedy Central to take over The Daily Show, Deadline Hollywood reports that HBO has renewed Oliver's hit show Last Week Tonight for 2 more seasons. Each season will consist of 35 shows, with Season 3 running in 2016 to be followed by Season 4 in 2017. HBO programming president Michael Lombardo stated, quote, "We are incredibly proud to have John as part of the HBO family. His unique ability to deliver socially significant commentary week after week, along with his innate comedic brilliance, puts John in a class by himself." The renewal also follows last week's big win at the Writers Guild Awards on Saturday, where it triumphed over heavyweights like The Daily Show, The Colbert Report, and Saturday Night Live to win the comedy/variety category for Oliver's first major awards recognition.
A total of 67 student athletes across New Paltz's 7 fall varsity athletic programs were honored by SUNYAC for academics for the fall of 2014, as announced by the conference office. 34 New Paltz student athletes were named to the commissioner's list, while 67 were tabbed to the all-academic team. Men's soccer and women's soccer led the way with all-academic team honorees, placing 15 and 14 on the honor roll, respectively. In order to qualify for the commissioner's list, a student athlete must complete the season as a varsity athlete and must have a minimum cumulative grade point average of 3.3 for at least 3 semesters at the college. Congrats to all those who earned this achievement. That's all for this week's news. I'm Josina Campbell.
And I'm Katie Bompancero. Thank you for tuning in.